Hi there and welcome to Burton Caravan Centre. My name is Henry and these are your handover videos for your Bailey Pegasus brindisi. In this selection of videos I will be going over how to set up and operate the caravan as if you were getting on site. So with that being said, let's get to it. So at the front you've got all your equipment here used to hitch up, and then either side of the caravan and then also two slots at the back you have these ports here. You have a leg winder inside your caravan and this will allow you to put your legs down. Your legs are only used to stabilise the caravan. Do not attempt to jack up the caravan or level the caravan using the legs. Simply level first using your jockey wheel and then stabilise the caravan on all four corners. So we are using our test equipment today. As you can see, we've got a mains lead here feeding into the mains point just here, slots in really nice and easy. Come around to the other side. First up, you've got this point here. This point is for your flow. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. This point is where you will have your pump to plug in for your water. It plugs in and then it will be able to snap in. Get yourself an acroll full of fresh, clean drinking water. Make sure that the strainer at the bottom sits in the bottom of the barrel so that no air is getting in. Next to it, you have your flow. Your flow is used for getting clean air into the boiler. You don't have to do anything with this except make sure that there's no leaves or debris surrounding it and it will operate as intended. Next up, you've got the gas bottle inside this locker here. Gas hose connected on either side and then the gas is turned on. Make sure both sides are firmly connected. Tighten it up using something like a spanner and that will allow you to pump gas through the caravan. I'll show you on the day of collection how to operate the motor mover. Then just here you have two ports and these are for your, what's the word I'm looking for here, waste water. So you have some waste hose that is inside the caravan and it plugs in just very easily and that will allow you to feed it to your waste master. If you do need any extra pipe, it's 28.5 millimeters. Moving along, you've got this back part here, which I will just quickly unlock. There we go. So this is for your toilet operation. This first one at the top here, this is where you're putting some water for the flush on the toilet. Feed it in using something like a watering can and that will allow the flush to work. You don't want to overfill it though, so it can fit around 10 litres of water. And then just below it, you have your cassette for your toilet. When it is full, you want to push up on the orange handle to pull it out and then release it. Oops. Then once you're at your emptying point on site, twist this head to the side, open up the cap. Now this cap is quite important as well. You want to tilt the box up and at the same time as tilting, continually pressing this button to allow it to vent. I do recommend that once you have done this one time, swill it out with some fresh water and again tilt and vent. Then on this cap here, you have measurements in metric and imperial. This is for your blue chemical for your cap. So fill it up, slot it back on, just like so. Twist your head back to that central position and push it back just like so. You will want as well your orange handle to sit behind these white teeth. That way it won't be moved without releasing the handle. You don't want to travel with either of these too full. So just up here, you have this little bung. Release the bung and that will fully empty out this top part. So that's everything for the exterior. Now I'll show you inside. Okay, so firstly, underneath the right hand side bed, you have this here. This is your boiler. However, the main thing I want to focus on is this blue pipe which leads to this yellow valve. That yellow valve, if my camera would focus on it, is currently up in the vertical position. That means the caravan is draining its water. When you're not using the caravan, or when it's colder temperatures, so pretty much between November to March, have this valve up in the vertical position, and that will drain off any water remaining in the caravan. Also means that there's no water left inside, so the pipes aren't going to freeze up and then burst. However, when you want to use the water inside the caravan to be able to pump it around, have it in the horizontal position, and that will allow water to flow through once you have your pump set up. Then underneath the fridge, you have your trips and fuses. As you can see, all your fuses are in and all your trips are in the upright position. This will mean everything inside the caravan should be able to work. Now, just as a bit of perspective of when I was talking about outside, this is for the water. So this plugs into that socket that I just showed you outside, and then you can close down the lid on that socket and that will clamp it in place. You have this plastic part here which goes over the top of the acroll to mean no nastiness can get inside your water barrel to contaminate it. And then this is your strainer at the end. The strainer has to sit at the bottom of the barrel because otherwise it will be gasping in air. Folds out nice and straight, doesn't curl up as well, so you can store it in the sink. Next to the door, you have your main control panel. So we are using our test battery today. So let me just go from if we were starting new. So once you have your mains and battery set up, press down on this main switch and that will get power coming into the caravan. When you want lights on in the caravan, press down on this button, and as you can see, all your lights here will switch on. And then if you're using an awning and you want your awning light on, press in on here, and as you can see, awning light comes on. Now the button next to it, this is for your water pump. So when you have your acroll set up and your water pump inside, you'll press down on this button and that will begin to pump water through. When you have done that, wait 2 to 3 minutes, go over to your tap and run your tap and make sure it's a nice steady continuous stream. And just here you have your fridge operation. So go from off, so you can either have it on mains, you can have it on car battery, which we're not going to do today as there's no car battery attached, or you can have it on gas. The main thing is, if you're selecting mains, you can just choose it. If you're selecting car battery, the same, but with gas you have to do something in particular. You have these 2 buttons here. This is a dial, but it also presses in. This one is a button and you have to press it in, so you have to press both of them in simultaneously, and then you'll hear the gas begin to tick in, and you need to watch this dial here and make sure that this little lever goes into the green area firmly. So it may take a few seconds, but you can see gradually it does begin to go into the green. And once it's in the green, get it as far as it can go in, release, and there you can see that it's lit on gas. You can see as well when the fridge is on, blue lights will come on, and when it's on gas it will firmly stay in there. Now if I'm to switch it to mains, you can see it does switch off. Turn it off, back to the central position, and shut the door. Then just here we have the toilet. This works very, very easily. It's a case if you have filled up the water, which we haven't, we've drained off the water that was inside the flush. what you do, you press in this button here, and you can hear the motor whir. That motor would push out the water to operate as a flush. Then at the top you can see that the catch is shut, so you have this handle here, push it away and that opens up the catch. Pull the lever back and that shuts up the catch, and that will go straight into your cassette feed toilet. Right, next up you've got your Truma control panel. So this is for your heating and hot water. So whatever is flashing up and being illuminated is what you can select. So you've got a few choices here. First up is the caravan with the thermometer in it. This is for your heating inside the caravan. It can go all the way up to 30 degrees and starts at 5. So let's say I wanted to get the caravan to 20 degrees. I'd dial to 20 and then press in. And then if I were to go back on, you can see it goes to 20. If I click on something by accident and want to get off, I press this back button. Next up, you've got your hot water. So you can either have it off, eco, hot or boost. So eco gets it to 40, hot gets it to 60, boost will boost the temperature of the water for 15 minutes to get it to that 60 degrees and then drop it back down. I'm not going to select anything as there's no water inside the caravan. Next up, you've got this icon here, which is the gas canister with 2 electric bolts next to it. You can either have the choice of gas, a mixture of gas and 1 kilowatt, mixture of gas and 2 kilowatt, electric and 1 kilowatt, electric and 2 kilowatt, and choose that to power the heating and hot water. So for today, let's go mix 2. Next up, you've got your fan speed, eco or high. You can set timers for when you'd like your heating and hot water to come on. And then you've got your clock selection here as well. And then this spanner gives you a load of additional settings. So in summary, the caravan with the thermometer, that is for your heating. The thermometer in the water, that is for your hot water. The gas canister with the electric bolt, that is for your power source, either gas, electric or a mixture of both. Fan speed, setting when you'd like the heating and hot water to come on and come off, time and additional settings. And just here we have the hob. Now the majority of this will run off gas minus the electric plate. To get the electric plate going, just switch it to the side and you'll see this red light come on. Now this is very similar to any type of gas cooker that you've used before. You press in this button here and you'll hear the clicks come in, and then you have to press in on the dial and turn it to the side. So I'll just show you what it's supposed to look like when all of these 3 are lit. So here you can see on the video, you've got nice steady continuous blue flames. Doesn't show that well on the video just because of lights, but that's what you want. And to turn it off, back to the central position, and that will kill it. Then again for the grill, bear with me, and here you can see on the grill you have both sides nice and lit, and again turn it off, back to the central position. Then lastly for the oven, again you can see all parts are lit. Only difference is turn it to the side and that will get it more hot. Obviously with it being an oven you will have to preheat it. The only other thing of note to mention is on this glass sheet here, do not put it down until all of these are cold to the touch.